Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Offense getting set for first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They think there's room to run to the right here. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Gators have a first down.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
Power football with the run. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. The Gators headed quickly to the line. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Here's the handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Back to throw, it's short. He makes the connection.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 39-yard line. Gators sending the offense back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. The sure hands, it's Woollyhan. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback, using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Gators decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt get the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock.
And that pass intercepted. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
On second down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Wide receiver shows motion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 3, Georgia 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph in a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
Man, yeah, and you have to love it in these rivalry games when you get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement. You make a point.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, I just feel like in rivalry games, everybody's playing a little bit faster. And I feel like the hits just hurt a little bit more. Your physical toughness will be challenged in rivalry games like this.
They want to run this quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was #1 team you wanted to beat.
He'll just keep slinging it. He slings it deep to the left. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. On the run, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. Man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Bryant. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. A little release to the back. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Back to throw. It's short. Going over the top. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now, the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Direct snap. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go with a direct snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Willingham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there. On second down, just keeps firing.
steps away. He throws one to the left. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play, 1st and 10 from their own 49. He wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Karapateas. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Throws toward the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
You've just seen in this game, the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to pass, it's short. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football from right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
Off the play fake. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Gators are rolling down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. Buys a little time. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Play pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup. We've been keeping a close eye on it. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And the Bulldogs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw, it's short. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. The back goes in motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets open down the middle. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Bulldogs in the hurry up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Karapateas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He's looking for a man on second down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure, the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Slides away. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most...
And he breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Willihan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Gators sending the offense back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The Gators moving quickly to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Willihan. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. quick touch pass to the receiver. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They go to the ground. Smashes through the tackle. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. Wide receiver now comes in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's short. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately, short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
If you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Snap it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Dogs have this offense rolling. Direct snap. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Leaves it with the running back.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the ground with the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Offense facing 4th down.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Georgia.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Nerves of steel right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Guys, that one